Sheesh, y'all gonna have to forgive my hair. I'm getting it done today. Anyway, back for another one. I was looking at a video just now about admirals versus yonko. I need to figure out a way to put this fucking phone. Okay, we're gonna do this. There we go. Admirals versus yonko, right? And people were saying, like, I always thought they was close too. People were saying, like, what do we say? If admirals were pirates, they'd be yonko. And I'm like, is that right? Because it's the same argument, like, if Mihawk had a crew, he'd be a yonko. And I'm like, is that right? Can you just be like, but then it depends, right, on your crew. But it's like power level wise, right? Like, when you compare, he said Akainu beats Big Mom. I don't see how that makes any sense to anybody. Like, a Logia to me is always at a disadvantage when fighting Big Mom. That's just how I look at it, for the simple fact that she can make homies, and what do homies eat? Their element. So if she's fighting Akainu and he throw a magma fist, she could grab the magma fist, turn it to a magma homie. Therefore, I mean, now she has a magma homie, and every other time Akainu throws a magma fist, that homie will then eat the magma fist. And we know that hockey doesn't work on the homies. So you put out a magma homie, and you could just send him at Akainu. What is Akainu gonna do against the magma homie? Nothing. He gonna be fucked. He just gonna keep making it stronger. He can't beat it because you can't hockey punch it. You know what I mean? Plus, Big Mom got the sword. She got the fire. She got the lightning, and her own hockey and her own physical strength. Not to mention she can turn the ground. Oh, that's not gonna help. The air, maybe. You know what I mean? Big Mom is really the most versatile fighter in One Piece. And so I can't really understand how people be dogging. I mean, no, I do understand it because she's a woman, and most people are sexist. Let's just be real. And especially One Piece fans. No, especially anime fans. And I ain't even gonna put that on the anime fans. Most females in anime are written terribly. They suck in one regard or the other. Now, Big Mom has an incredible backstory, in my opinion. And Big Mom has incredible physical feats, like combat feats. And see, look, I just got a message about training in One Piece versus combat. You know, because it's like what Rayleigh told Luffy. Like, you can learn all you want in training, but it's not really gonna matter till you get to combat. Which isn't necessarily not true, but when you train, it gives you a better base. So back to what I was initially talking about, the Yonko versus the Admirals, it kind of ties into that because to me, training is polish, you feel me? Whereas fighting is growth. So you grow when you fight, you polish when you train. So how I'd always compare it was that the Yonko are mountains and the Admirals are diamonds, you feel me? A big ass diamond. But the point was, the Yonko got more raw power, but the Admiral are so polished that they're worth almost as much. Makes sense, big ass diamond. But and I feel like Shanks is so powerful because he has the power of a Yonko in the training or the polish of an Admiral. You know, being trained by Rayleigh, we assume, even though that was never confirmed or anything like that, we just kind of made it up. But yeah, so it's like, I do feel like there is a definitive level between Admiral and Yonko. I think Admiral are lower than the Yonko. And it's not like it's a decent march. I mean, look at the only time we've ever seen Admirals and Yonko go head to head. What happens? The Yonko almost always puts the Admiral in a fucked up position. You know what I'm saying? Whitebeard put Akainu in the hole. He literally put that nigga in the hole. Shanks put Green Bull in the hands up, don't shoot position. Like Shanks was a fed. Like Shanks was a beat cop, and Green Bull was a nigga, and he just had him like these. Like, I don't even get where you can flip it. Like, I don't get what Akainu did to make everybody think he can beat Big Mom. Where did that come from? What did Kuzan do to make everybody think he could beat Big Mom. And just mind you, it's always Big Mom. You know what I mean? It's never Shanks. It's never Kaido. Hell, it ain't even Blackbeard that I hear. I always hear Yonko and Admiral are equal because some Admiral can beat Big Mom. No. I mean, now you could say that they're equal because the Yonko consists of Shanks, Luffy, Buggy, and Teach. And everybody can beat Buggy. But what exactly did these Admirals do to beat Big Mom? Again, all Admirals, except for Fujitora, all Admirals are Logia. It is the worst matchup to go against Big Mom. The worst thing you can walk into a fight with Big Mom with is a bunch of elemental power, because she has the power to bring things to life. And like I said with Akainu, the magma homie, it could be an ice homie. This is how I always looked with the Kizaru fight, right? Kizaru shooting lights at Big Mom. Big Mom catches one of them, and it turns into a French fry with teeth. Just like how she turned the kids' metal beams into little French fry looking things, she gonna turn them to French fry. And now you got a little light speed homie. The homie don't gotta beat Kizaru. The homie just gets stronger every time Kizaru tries to fight Big Mom. It's gonna be to the point where Kizaru can't use light. He can't use his Devil Fruit against Big Mom. I guess Green Bull might have the best chance because his seemed to be connected, and I don't really know if she could bring that stuff to life, but Green Bull to me is definitively the weakest. I always wanted to say Fujitora was weaker than Green Bull. I just can't after what happened. Shanks embarrassed that man. And you got to be a true blue Admiral fanboy to not think that that was embarrassing. Like, he was miles away from this man. And then people was like, it was Shanks and his crew. No, it wasn't. Green Bull specifically said, if Kaido was here, I wouldn't be. Kaido's entire crew was there. And Green Bull said, if Kaido was here, I wouldn't be. Meaning that Kaido made the difference, not his entire crew. Because as we know, and I said this before, Yonko can solo their own crew. That goes for everybody except for Buggy. I believe Shanks too, even though we haven't seen his crew fight, but I know for a fact Luffy, solo in the Straw Hat. Zoro not even close to Luffy. Sanji not even close to Luffy. Jinbei not even close to Luffy. Big Mom, Katakuri is nowhere near Big Mom. In terms of actual combat ability, like, he good, but no. King, no, he not fucking with Kaido. So Yonko is like, and then that's like that. Commanders, especially First Division commanders, can box with admirals. We've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I fully believe Zoro and Fujitora can have a fight. Zoro loses, but I see them actually having a fight. Whereas I can't see Zoro fighting Kaido. And it'd be a fight. We about to be like, oh, Zoro got a hit in. That's what it's going to be if they actually fought 1v1. Just like Yamato. Even though I got Yamato above Zoro because Zoro doesn't have a feat to suggest he can do what she did. But it's just like, it's more people that can fight an Admiral than it is that can fight a Yonko, because Admirals are trained monsters. Yonko are just monsters with a little bit of training. But it's easier to get a hit in on Admiral. I mean, well, considering they low geared, it's not really. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they are a lower tier fighter overall, but they are good fighters. They smart fighters. Yeah, I finished my blunt a little early, but it's cool. So that's just that. More agenda destruction, I guess, is what I'm gonna start calling this shit. Because like I said, I just be rolling up, and I be having these One Piece thoughts, or anime thoughts in general. I try to branch out a little later, but I be having a lot of One Piece thoughts. And I'm like, why not just start uploading video? You know what I mean? Why not? But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Whoever watched this, whoever comment on it. I'm gonna be more consistent because I'm trying to get into the community, I suppose. I mean, I've been in the community. I was just talking to somebody else like about when I first started watching the videos of the anime community. Like, it was King of Lightning. He did I want to say it was the Minato versus Kizaru thing. I think that was the first video I seen of the community. And I was like, oh shit, people on YouTube talking about this. And ever since then I wanted to. It's just life, you know what I mean? Been in the comment section. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. Shout out to my nigga Chris. Shout out you, Dub. But yeah, and that is that. And I'm looking for my lighter. Here we go. Y'all be easy.